Welcome back, my dudes. Before we jump into the video, I am just not a kind of person that's going to ask for likes or subscribes. What I really care about are comments. So if you do happen to watch this video, if you could drop a comment down below on what you like about the video, what you don't like, because you guys are the driving force behind how these videos are going to eventually, turn out to be. And then the one comment I really want to see is what is missing, because there's a lot of YouTubers that do Idleon. I want to know what you're not getting. Do you need more tips and tricks? Do you want to know how a normal guy plays? Do you want to know if buying something in the shop is worth it? Anything like that. Something that you're not getting from YouTube that you want to see more of. So with all that being said, go ahead, drop one of those comments. Like if you want to, subscribe if you want to. But what I really care about are those comments. So jumping into today's video. Absolutely had a great night last night. It took almost 4 million kills, but I finally got my first neutron ice ring, and I honestly could not be happier. And between that and my first ever green stack, and I know it's copper, and it's not super impressive, but to me, it's the first one ever, and that it looks so good, and I'm getting close to that, and I think that's gonna be what finally gets me over that 5 million hump. I've been sitting at 4.9 since last night. I'm only about 40,000 off of 5 million, and it's honestly just coming faster and faster. I really think getting to that first 1 million is what's going to be that hurdle for most of you guys. And then once you get past that, when you start to get those small, 2%, 3.5%, it's only adding, 100, 1,000, 20,000 damage. But when you start to get up like that 3% of 100,000 is 3,000 damage. So the more and more you go up, it actually starts making those huge gains. I also want to show you something I did last night, because for days I put off not doing the Coliseum, and I had something around, I want to say 60 or 70 tickets, and I told myself, you're too weak, you're not going to be able to do it. But I spent about 60 tickets, and I actually got 2 void out of it. And with that 2 void, I completely redid everything I've done. And this is the character I did it on. And if you see, he only has 3 million damage, and his accuracy is only 12.1k. So was I hitting every mob all the time? Absolutely not. I missed on the later stages, stage 10 to 14. I missed quite a bit. But with 3 million damage and only 12k accuracy, I was able to do it. And with that, I was actually able to buy the 5th slot. So now I've got my entire, basement working. And I finally got this bad boy. And I think this is where it's going to start to be fun. I'm at 305,000 an hour. And I want to attribute that to these specifically. And by the way, this is all without having the tier 14 yellow alchemy tab with the diamond plates. So that's only going to, skyrocket once I get there. The cabbages, were probably the biggest upgrade to my account. So if you're talking about getting to World 4 and you're talking about cooking, this was the quote-unquote money maker. This boosted me from, I want to say I was at 700 last week. Flat 700, not like 700,000, 700 an hour. And then I started cooking cabbages. And of course, it took a long time. I used a lot of ladles. But once I got this up to level 9, and then I started going back and I started doing my eggs. And just yesterday, I unlocked corn dogs while I was doing the arena. And I got that up to level 10. And it has made just a stupendous difference. So I would recommend focus on cabbages, get your eggs up just a little bit, then come back down, unlock those corn dogs. And I think you guys are just going to have a great time if you do that. So with that being said, that was my warrior. He was able to get us in there. He was able to get us 2 void, and he was able to get those huge cooking upgrades. And it also, with 2 void, I'm now sitting at, that's a lot lower than it was just a second ago. And drop a comment below if this happens to you guys quite a bit, because honestly, I don't know what is making the numbers fluctuate so rapidly. Because if I was to go back to World 4 on this character and then jump on to my main alchemist or alchemy guy, this would say something like 362,000 an hour. and I don't know. It just keeps fluctuating randomly, and I don't know yet why it does that. So if you know, I'd love to hear why. But with all that money I made on the arena, I was actually able to come in here, and not that one. I was able to get the speed of this bad boy up to 150. So we're really just making great gains. I got all of my water or liquid cauldrons. They're all maxed out at 100 to 80. I don't know if that's the cap or if it's just because, I'm too broke now because I spent all my money if I can't raise it anymore. But I did have enough money last night. I had the dementia to be able to upgrade it. It wouldn't let me. So I think I pretty much tapped out on that. And I wanted to show you guys because I was also able to, last night, make the dementia pickaxe and the dementia dicer, and it gave me stupendous gains on my printer. And now I went from, I want to say I was at 4.2k an hour on my copper, and I was at maybe 9k on my logs. So I got a base, almost 4,000 off of that, and literally doubled what I was getting on the copper. And hopefully you guys are doing much better than me on the printer. I honestly still have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying to do my best. And right now, we're actually trying to go for the dementia net, but we're way down these goddamn mosquitoes. But they're coming in slowly. These are going to be for your vials. So if you haven't unlocked the rat vial, absolutely get after it. You're missing out if you're not getting that vial up as high as you can go. The goldfish, I would honestly love to get the goldfish off, but with how my spices are getting, accumulated, I honestly need every goldfish I can spare just to keep the damn thing running. So I'm going to bounce off of here real quick. I'm going to get him back to World 4. We're making pretty good progress. Right now we're at the chocolates, and I think really where I'm going to hit that wall is right after the chocolates. I don't think I'm going to have the ability to effectively, because this is where the differences start to just get astronomical, right? So 520,000, you're talking about a difference of, 180,000, 225,000, and then you go from 4.5 to 6.5 to 9 to 12, so you're going up 3 million, then you're going up 4 million, then another 4 million. So I really think I'm going to be spending most of my time here at the chocolate. It's unfortunate, but you got to hit a wall eventually. All my other characters still stuck to the lab. I'm trying my hardest to get this down, maybe not to 5, but at least 6 guys. I think the lab is still a little bit wonky because every time I try to move my guys just a little bit forward, it'll work, but the second I take out my hunter here at the end to go do, pick up the traps, it just kills everything, right? So I'm sure you guys are running into that same problem. I don't know how this game works, but we're trying our hardest. Still can't do that. So yeah, like I said, purpose of this video is I want to be able to not cater what the content is, but I want to give you the content that you guys need. And there's 30 YouTubers on this game that I think have covered almost everything, and they've done it pretty damn well. I want to know what you haven't seen, right? Like, what's going to be the biggest impact for you guys? And this game, this and Elden Ring are probably two of the most, the 2 games I've had the most fun playing. So I have no problem coming in here and playing this game as much as you guys need me to play, honestly. I think now is where it's going to start getting more fun for me. Once I get past that 5 million mark, I can see, 10 million by the end of next month. So let me know. Drop it down in a comment below what you guys need, what you're not seeing, what you would like to see, and how I can, change this to make it more beneficial to you guys. But I'm not going to ramble. Just wanted to get this out there to get the community's feedback on what's important to them. Hopefully you guys are making some great gains, and I'm going to brainstorm like I always do on how I can make this better for you guys. But have a wonderful day. Have a great Monday. Stay safe. Talk to you later. Bye.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate